La Monja Blanca, the White Nun of Hospital Rosales, is one of the most enduring true paranormal stories in El Salvador. For generations, nurses, patients, and night shift workers have spoken about a silent, glowing figure who appears in the older wings of the hospital, especially during the quietest hours of the night. Many years ago, Hospital Rosales was supported by a group of volunteer nuns who cared for the poorest and most vulnerable patients. Among them was one nun known for her extraordinary compassion. She stayed long after her shift ended, sitting with patients who had no family, praying with them, and comforting them in their final moments. She dedicated her entire life to the hospital, and eventually she passed away inside the very building where she had spent so many years helping others. Not long after her death, strange sightings began. Nurses working late at night reported seeing a nun dressed in a long white habit moving slowly through the dim hallways, but no nuns had worked at the hospital in years. This figure made no sound. Her footsteps didn't echo. She simply glided from room to room, always stopping at the beds of the very sick. One night, a young intern was checking on a patient in critical condition. When he entered the room, he saw a woman in white sitting beside the man's bed. He assumed she was a relative, praying quietly, but when he stepped closer, she turned her head toward him, and instead of a face, he saw a soft, warm glow, like light shining through fog. In that instant, he realized he wasn't looking at a living person. He blinked, and the glowing figure faded away, dissolving into the air like mist. Moments later, the patient passed away peacefully, with a faint smile on his face. Over the years, the stories continued. Nurses felt a gentle hand on their shoulder during emergencies. Patients said a quiet woman prayed with them, only for her to vanish moments later. Staff saw a white figure enter locked rooms. Cold breezes swept through closed hallways. The sudden smell of flowers filled the air, even when no flowers were present. Some believe she is a protector, guiding the souls of those who are ready to go. Others say her appearance is a warning that someone in the ward will not make it through the night. But no matter who you ask, they will tell you the same thing. La Monja Blanca still walks the halls of Hospital Rosales, not to frighten, not to harm, but because she never stopped caring for the people she vowed to protect. Her mission didn't end with her life, it simply continued in another form. If you ever find yourself in the quiet, older wings of Hospital Rosales and you feel a cold breeze, or catch the scent of flowers, or see a glowing woman in white standing at the foot of a patient's bed, you might be in the presence of La Monja Blanca, the White Nun who never left.